One time my wife received a letter in a restaurant with her parents, and someone snuck a letter to their table. They didn't know who, and it said, "Your family is farting too much."
Wait, really?
You're ruining this restaurant. And they like looked around. They're like, "Who said that?" And it was true. I mean, they were farting too much. They were really disgusting public farters. And so,
I respect that letter.
Welcome to a new episode of Why Won't You Date Me? It's a podcast where me, Nicole Byer, was trying to figure out why I was still single.
that's the
why I was so single, even though you could come in my shoe and tell me it was a sticker. My guests today are a comedy writing duo behind shows like, wait, Doug, you worked on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
Yeah, they brought me along.
Oh, I didn't realize you did. This is so funny that I'm like, learning.
welcome. Look at this. The first time you've looked at our resume ever.
Well, I know you worked on How I Met Your Mother.
Half of those things are lies on there. You have to figure out which ones.
How I Met Your Mother and the brand new Naked Gun movie in theaters now. And I said before we started recording, but I'll say it online. Online? Jesus Christ.
All right, Nicole,
have a sip.
Coffee.
Have a sip.
A headgum cold brew.
No, this is high brew coffee, and it's a triple shot of espresso.
Damn.
Get you fucking going.
Boom. Now let's read these words on the paper.
Hold on, I've got to go to the bathroom first.
I got to take a dump.
I got to take a triple dump.
Listen, do you want me to do this intro again, or did you like it the way it was?
I love it. You know, we're just shaggy. This is
I think people want to see. It's not AI. This is what they really want to see.
This is what
it's supposed to be imperfect.
Yeah. If this was AI, it would have been so much better.
So much better.
Yeah. But anywai, I told you guys. I didn't see your movie.
It's okay.
Very rude.
Right. You didn't even know reenact it for you.
Very fucking rude.
Yeah, that's all right.
Reenact it for me.
Right.
Rude.
No,
and
but
then
I
you have
did.
The gall to say, wait, did you write on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend? Which is written down there. So that is, did you lie? It's
an accusation against your assistant,
did you pop up your transcript before you came on here?
Listen, I didn't read this beforehand.
All right.
I read this in real time, and then I was like, wait, I have questions.
Great.
No, but I haven't seen the Naked Gun movie. I really want to, because I watched the trailer in theaters, and it was so fun to see a comedy trailer where people were fucking laughing.
It is.
And I laughed so hard at some parts.
Great, good.
And I'm so excited to see it.
I think you're gonna like it. Knowing your sense of humor, it's very much your speed.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
And Pam Anderson's in it.
She's great.
She's awesome.
She's got a whole scat number.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice
I know.
thing.
It's very
I like
nice.
That
was in her audition. She
Wait, she had to audition for it?
Yeah.
Well, she met with Akiva, but it was more like a kind of like, it's a different level. I think when you're not audition really like as much as like just meet with the director, talk about things, and then scatting came up and it was like, oh, she could really do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's out there.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the movie.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How did you two meet to become writing partners?
Man, this is a kind of
this is a meet cute. This is a meet cute.
We actually talked about this after the London premiere, kind of drunkenly at dinner, toasting one another. We've been together for close to 20 years.
This is as much a marriage as any relationship. Truly,
Dan and I met in a writing class at NYU that was insane and didn't make any sense, but we immediately liked each other.
It was the class had to group write an episode of I Love Lucy, guest starring Alicia Keys.
Right.
That's not a bit. That's not make believe.
This is at NYU.
This is so funny. You paid for that.
We paid for that.
Probably hundreds of thousands of dollars.
How could Alicia Keys have to get into the Tropicana and work with Ricky? And what does Lucy feel about Ricky and Alicia Keys spending all this time together? Really, that is psychotic.
It was a batshit crazy class that only Dan and I seemed to realize was insane.
Yeah.
And we liked each other, but like
we didn't stay in touch.
We didn't stay in touch. And then literally walked into one another.
I had started a sketch group called Hammer Cats, and some of our many mutual friends were on that group. And then and we were doing auditions that day, and we were just both walking. We bumped into each other on a corner, and like the auditions was that night. And I was like, Doug, hey man, like you gotta come try out for this group. And like truly, if we hadn't bumped into each other on that corner,
we wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be here.
It's like crazy. Truly, it does give me chills to think about.
I love that. That's truly, what is it? Kismet?
Kismet.
It's fate. The Yiddish word is beshert.
Beshert?
Yes,
Beshert?
exactly.
Did I say it right?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it was pretty bad.
It was bear shit. It was bear shit.
Sherbert.
Sherbert. I love sherbet.
Yeah, it's great.
God.
Exactly. Now that's the
People
fate.
don't eat enough sherbet. It never comes up enough.
It doesn't.
Sorbet's coming up.
Yes.
Ice cream's coming up.
sorbet.
I'm not getting a lot of sherbet. Like an orange sherbet.
Yeah.
That is so delicious.
Right, exactly.
Refreshing, creamy.
Summer, it's what I want. Let's go. Let's stop this and go get some ice cream.
Go get some sherbet.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's how we met, and and I was living with Adam Pally at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And after graduation, Dan kind of moved in and slept on our couch, and then the three of us started.
Couldn't bear to go home because I
and
was fighting with my parents all the time.
because it's home, and here we are. It's been pretty wild.
20 years is a very long time to keep a relationship, especially a professional relationship, good.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Because I think professional and friendship relationships are almost just as important as romantic ones.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you sustain that? Like, do you ever have like disagreements that you're like, oh boy, I don't know, I might have to break up with you?
We fight.
I'm just kind of thrown by how tonally she's on in terms of how I get. I'll be like, oh, I don't know, Dan.
No, Doug, no, please.
No, you
No,
get
your temper.
Oh, Douglas, your temper.
No, you sit right here, boy. Sit on my lap.
Oh, Douglas.
Sit on my lap.
You got some explaining to do.
Oh, Douglas.
You know what? Honestly, I've been in therapy my whole life to varying degrees of success, and I
don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Oh, ebony and ivory. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I stuff it all down deep inside and accept it and have tumors. We do talk. We try to have the hard conversations. It's we want different things sometimes, and
your expectations of a relationship are moving around, and so it's very hard for two people to always have the same expectations of a relationship, and that's romantic, and that is also like friendship, professional.
You have to compromise for sure, and then you have to know when you're like, this is not going to be the one I win.
I mean, the funny thing is, Doug brought it up. We were a 3-person writing group with Pally, and Pally dumped us, and love him to death. Still one of our best friends.
How did that go down?
But it was very emotionally hard. It was really. I mean, again,
tough.
it wasn't. There wasn't a day where he said, "I'm breaking up with you."
Mm-hmm.
We were all auditioning to varying degrees of booking and going out less. Like I went out less than Pally. Gregor went out less than me. Like
I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's true. If you look at the numbers, I didn't book, but Pally started booking commercials, and it was like I think it was just very like clear that like the camera loved that big old head of his, and at a certain point it was like we were like. Going back and forth to L.A.
He got a sketch show.
Yeah, he got a sketch show on it.
And he brought us on to write on it, which was great. And then...
There was a little bone.
But then it was like, there's that moment where it's like, oh, you're going to be the star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, what an even 3-person, thing suddenly becomes like levels. And suddenly the relationship's not the same. And then he got happy endings and moved out here. And
he was also just ahead of us in that he had a serious girlfriend who he'd had since high school who he was clearly going to marry, and like was on this path of like, hey, I got to start getting like shit done, and shit's happening for me in a way that like we were selling things, but it's like there was something else out there for him. So he left, and it was hard.
It felt like a breakup. I mean, certainly it was like oh, I guess he doesn't want to.
But
be
a very
with us
justified
anymore.
breakup of one where you're like, I get it. It wasn't going on behind our back.
It was happening right in front of your face.
Which is some could say is
Walked
worse,
in
but
and
that's kind of what.
I do think it is
but
kind
that kind of
worse.
gets me going.
I know.
I like watching it.
I like to watch as my life falls apart in front of my eyes.
Oh,
you're leaving me? This is you walking away from me? This is you writing with someone else? That's what I do right before I
finish
the sentence.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, that was that. So we already had an experience with that. I will say, but
that was an interesting thing because like I do think it was very unsaid. Actually, I mean, we haven't really like delve too deep.
We still haven't talked.
Thank you for opening this up.
Thank you for picking that scam.
But there was no concrete conversation where he was like, all right, guys, I love you. But like, I don't want to do this anymore. Right? It was just like, I got this thing, I'm going to go do it. We just came home to an empty apartment.
And you're like, so I guess
everything's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'll never see him again.
Adam? Oh, he took all his clothes.
Wow. And his girlfriend. I guess he's never coming home.
Yeah. And so I do think that did give us a little bit of template of like, if our expectations are starting to not align with our relationship, let's talk about it, so that we don't end up just walking out the door with that. Yeah, exactly.
So we have had those conversations where it's like, where are we right now in our relationship? Where are we in this career? And how do we want it to go? You know, because Dan is so important to me as a person too, and as a business partner, we have built a business together. But as a person, I don't want this. A great fear of mine is that it burns out in a way that like ends with the two of us not speaking to one another, which you see time and time again. And like, I just refuse to let that happen. And I think that Dan does too. But like, it's something I'm very cognizant of, being like, I never want to like be in a position where it's like, I haven't spoken to Dan in a year, you know, after that, you know, Clifford the Big Red Dog, you know, rewrite debacle, you know, like, you know.
That's as realistic a problem that we could run into in our
and I think it's really fucking funny. But
the problem is I wanted to do it and Dan was like, I think we can do something else. And I was like, it's
Clifford.
It's Clifford and it's got, there's an extra 2 zeros on the back of it. And Clifford the big old red, it could be called the big green dog.
Big green dog. Big old red dick.
Yeah. You know.
But Doug, I really did love that you said, I care about Dan as a person first before you said business. And I think that's actually the key to like a solid working relationship. Yes. It's like, do I care about this person as a person? Hopefully.
And to be a friend and a loving friend, the amount of relationships that are just like, it's just not worth, even if it's going to like burn out in some way, at least do it like upfront. It's honestly, the same as a breakup. And again, it's not a breakup. It's any type of difficult conversation you're having in a relationship. It's the same in these types of relationships. In like a romantic relationship, it's the same thing in a friendship. And these are friendships that you are choosing to do something that your whole livelihood rests on, which is a lot of stress on a relationship.
But I think a lot of people enter friendships and they don't realize that they're almost the same as a romantic relationship, because I feel like society is like, romance is so important, but it's like, no, the thing that's like the most important is that person I go to talk to about every fucking thing in my life.
Yes. Yeah. No, I know. I mean, I have most of my important friendships are, Doug's my medium range friend. I have friends that are a good like 20 years older than Doug too.
Same.
And like, I don't know, it's important to like hold on to people.
I think so too. A lot of people don't fucking care, and I'm like, if you don't have friends, you're a fucking freak.
You're gonna die alone,
and it's gonna be very lonely. And I've seen that now with like my parents' generation of like people who are like, there's the people who like built a community for themselves, and the ones that didn't.
Oh, my fucking mom broke up with her best friend of like 30 years in her late 60s, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You and Linda need to get back together.
It's over, Dan.
I don't want to see Linda anymore.
Don't like, speak her name.
I'm like, you need her to get old with. I'm not there anymore. You need Linda.
Yeah,
you'll come back.
Wait, did they get back together?
Hell no, they won't talk. They still won't talk.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
they're hearing this and they'll fucking get back together.
Dan,
honestly,
get over here and sit on my lap.
I consider parent trapping them, honestly.
I think you should.
I know.
Because if your mom's in her 60s, how is she going to make another friend?
She's not going to. I don't think that she's concerned about that. No. This is the problem with these boomers. They don't think they need anyone.
They don't need. My mom is married and Linda's divorced, and so my mom is like, okay, Linda's one needs me more than her.
No. Your mom's a savage. Oh my God.
Yeah. No. They're these old ladies. They fucking fight.
I feel bad for Linda.
I do too.
I'll go be Linda's friend.
Thank you.
You should. She's great.
Wait, okay. So both of you are married.
Yeah.
How did you meet your spouses?
I met my spouse doing the same fucking sketch comedy troupe. Hammercats.
I love it. You have a very small circle that you dip through.
And she dated everyone else in the group.
Not me.
Not you, Doug. Sorry. And then a couple of years later, after that had burnt out, it was like, hey.
After she ran through the A squad, she came on over.
The A squad.
Yeah, pretty much. And
she meant the D squad.
Yeah.
the medium D.
Medium D has grade D on the restaurant. But we were friends for a long time, and then sparks flew eventually, and it's friendship first. That's the best way.
I love that you're so much into friendship. Doug, how'd you meet your partner?
I was not into friendship. I was trying to fuck.
Doug was a real slut.
I was in New York. I was really trying to have sex with everyone.
All of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of them I did.
Ooh.
I really was out there doing it and doing it not that well.
This is Doug's move. This was Doug's move. He would start talking to a girl and he would be like, I suck in bed and my dick is tiny. Why
would you say that out loud?
I just needed to get it out there.
But his dick is not tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Take it from me.
Yeah.
His best friend. I know.
Business partner. You want to talk about business? He's got the business.
If I'm really breaking down the move, it was being self-deprecating and funny, and also bringing up the idea of sex as well. It's just like, so it's like there's. You want a low bar
but
also
crossover.
I put that bar so low that I just had to hippity hop over.
Just hippity hop.
It worked.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I got a tiny dick. You want to get out of here? Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
No, I think I played it more like a little nuance. I was like, it's not a great dick, and I was like, and it's not going to last that long. You trying to hang?
That probably would have worked on me. It's like, I don't want to be up late anyway.
Yeah.
Go right to
time
sleep.
saver.
But how did I meet my wife, who's lovely? I was
also a Nicole, by the way.
Also
I know.
Yeah.
Which really confused my daughter.
All the Nicoles?
Yeah.
I do. I know.
My wife was so excited I was coming here today. She's oh my God, say hi to Nicole. I'm like, your name is Nicole. And then my daughter was so confused. She's like, you're Nicole. And I was like, yeah, there's more than one.
Wait, how old is your daughter?
7.5.
That's funny. I don't know when I realized my mother had a real name.
It does throw you.
It takes a while.
I think I was like too old.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, what? Your name isn't Mom?
I was doing a movie with the only movie I'd ever done, still to this day probably, as or like a legitimate actor in it. There was an actress, Lily Sobieski.
Mm-hmm.
And
from Never Been Kissed.
From Never Been Kissed, and I believe a Joan Arc movie.
I know her from.
What else was she in? Anyway,
yeah.
She had this video of her friend like dancing to George Michael's Freedom, like on like her Facebook page, and I was like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "I want to meet her," and she was like, "Okay," and she set us up on like a date with like me, her, and Lily at Lily's house. We watched like Harold and Maude, got real high, and then my wife had like a freak out on the weed. Didn't think I was going to see her again, and now we're together for almost 16 years.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God. Do you send Lily Sobieski a gift every year?
We don't, but she's doing fine. Don't worry. But she knows about it. She came to the wedding.
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Did she officiate the wedding?
She did not officiate the wedding.
Why aren't you giving Lily Sobieski the thing she deserves?
She does.
She is the person responsible for your relationship, and she didn't officiate the wedding? You don't give her a gift on your anniversary?
It was a terrible rabbi.
Okay. It was
Wait, was it a bad rabbi?
It was a terrible rabbi.
Wait, tell me about this bad rabbi.
He was just doing bits.
He was like, oh, I'm at a comedian's wedding. He knew he took it to be like, this is my chance to make it in Hollywood. It was brutal. It was terrible.
It was rough. I was like, don't do this. Like I was like, just like get through it. Like
what an icon. I love that. Do you remember like one of the jokes he told?
God,
I was in a fugue state. Like I was like sweating. I was just like, stop talking. I was like, this is supposed to be a happy moment. Like
I could see Doug gripping the.
I was like
the
so
side of the
and like my Nicole would look at me. She's like, it's okay, just calm down. Fuck up.
I went to a wedding.
He was just so needy too.
He was needy.
So when he didn't get laughs, because they were not giving him charity laughs.
He's not a professional comedian.
He's
hanging out with a bunch of.
You're in the audience and you're like, oh no, this person needs it.
Yeah.
When I feel like someone needs it, I'll be like, ha ha ha.
Exactly. I'll do that. There was very little of that. People were just like, no one was having it.
We don't want this.
So as that happened, he got more desperate for laughs. So and the bits just got worse. I wish I could remember. I'm sure there's a video. I never want to see it.
Ooh, put that up online.
Yeah, put it up online. Let him get those views.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted attention. Here's
Rabbi
attention.
fail.
Yeah.
Rabbi fail.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding where I think it was a minister. He brought up the Ukraine-Russian conflict.
Sick.
And I was like, oh no.
Cool topical,
As like a metaphor for marriage?
Yes. He was like, you
Sometimes
don't
you
want
gotta
your
invade.
marriage to crumble like the Russian Ukraine. And I was like,
Wow, that
this
is
is wild.
Pretty base level for you don't want it
it's
to
pretty
crumble like the relationship that
mean,
was
that's
once so
kind of-
stable between.
I think that's what he was going for.
So sometimes you got to talk to Putin.
Sometimes you got to talk to old Vladdy Putin.
Have you been to like a really Catholic wedding where the priest is lecturing you about like what marriage is supposed to be, and you're like,
No.
shut the fuck up, man, you don't know anything.
But I have been to a funeral that was very Catholic, and they kind of like lecture you about like how you have to live Christ-like. And I was like, the kid's dead.
Dude,
Yeah.
He was in a drunk driving accident. I think he lived life to the fullest.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get any good advice on this poor guy.
We did meet with a rabbi who basically was like, he was basically like, in marriage, you can't have sex every night. He was like, you want to like kind of build up your reserves a little bit.
Build up your reserves.
He was basically just like, he's like, it's like, you know, you gotta like, and I was like,
You want to hold the thumb on top of the hose for a while.
Ew.
yeah.
Whoa.
on that cut hose. And
Wait, that's wild.
That's gross.
it stuck with me for
yeah.
Why on earth would that person say that out loud to anybody?
But at the time, I was like, you know, you're right, Rabbi.
Right.
You know, because I'm not the young man I once was.
How old were you when you got married?
I was,
29?
I think I was 29 or 30.
How old were you when you got married?
32? 32? 33 maybe?
Are you kids same age? Or
No, a little younger.
No, we tried to time it, but
I know.
I called him as I was coming.
I was
Hey, are you coming too? I'm making a baby.
I was so mad he had a baby. I was like, "God, what are you doing to us?"
How many years apart are they?
2.5.
Oh, but they can still be friends.
Oh, they're still friends. They got
love
a good
each
vibe,
other.
but
They're really cute with
that
each other.
2.5 years. Ooh.
They like they went to like a fairy camp together this summer,
Yeah.
and
Fairy camp is a camp in town that basically has created a religion for little girls that they go and they worship trolls. Like she comes home.
There are boys there too.
There are boys there too. I mean, it's obviously targeted towards a gender.
Yes.
But anyway, she comes home and when something bad happens, she says it's because the trolls have caused it, and you have to like basically pray to the fairies to keep the trolls away, and then if you want to like feel their spirit, you have to clap 17 times.
I thought you were going to say you have to cut open. You need to bleed
might as well.
You
onto
have to
it.
bleed onto the ground and feel the
Onto
earth
the
as
ancient
you
tablets.
bleed.
Well, what I was going to say was that
Yes.
one day,
It was a lovely day.
Dan's daughter did not want to leave and was like sad to leave him. And my daughter like put her arm around her and walked her in, and I have a picture of it.
It's great.
And it's like
wonderful. It's very sweet.
the best thing.
I know. And they're both only kids. And so the even just them being kind of sisterly with each other is wonderful.
I
It's
love that.
wonderful.
That's so sweet.
I know.
I feel like we lose a little bit of that like pureness as we get older because
you
it's
think?
like you
Yeah.
see someone get upset and you're like, hey, grow up. Or
Yeah.
like, why the fuck are you crying?
Yeah.
As opposed to be like, hey, do you want a hug?
Yeah.
Do you need
exactly.
like touch? Or do you
Yeah.
need to
Can I hold your hand
Yes.
and help you?
And also without
Yes.
trying to fix it too, as adults we're always
Yes.
trying to fix it. It's like, how about just be here
Mm-hmm.
and be like, oh, and my daughter has done this before. She's not a perfect kid, but like she has done this before for other kids when she's like, I know what that feels like. And it's like, that is a lesson that you can take with you
Forever.
forever. That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is hard. I'm here. Do you want a hug?
Yeah. I learned in therapy that sometimes you just have to say, oh, do you want like a fix?
Do you want me to fix it, or do you want us to listen?
Yeah.
Well, that's a big marriage counseling thing too.
Huge.
It helps a lot.
When someone says that to me, I'm like, oh, because then I can stop and be like, oh yeah, I just really want to vent.
Right. I just gotta talk about it.
I don't want to.
This is a big marriage lesson too. Like and I still have to reteach myself sometimes. And it's like there'll be times when I'll be talking to Nicole and she'll be like, I didn't ask for actually a solution. And I'll be like, yeah. But I think I have a good one.
I think
if you would just listen to me. You keep making the same mistake, and you never fix it because you don't listen.
This was like a couple weekends ago. I had gone to Albertsons to get wine.
Yeah.
And then I looked in my purse and I was like, I don't have a wallet. And then they might card me. So then I asked my boyfriend to come inside with his ID. But then the lady didn't stop her conversation with the bagging lady. So it was unnecessary for him to come in. And then I was like, we have to go back to my car because I left my wallet in the car. Then I got to the car and I was like, it's not in the car. And I looked in my bag. It was just in a different pocket. And then I was like, oh no. And then I forgot this other thing. Then we had to go back to the house. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And he was like, hey, it's okay. And that meant so much because I've dated people who'd be like, well, if you did X, Y, and Z, you wouldn't lose your shit so much. But he was just there and didn't get annoyed with me and like just let it happen.
That's part of you. The fuck-ups are a part of it.
And he's just okay with it. And it's so nice. And I thanked him like a couple of days later. I was like, hey, I just want to say thank you for not like being mean to me or like freaking out or like
Nicole.
Telling me that like
what a sad sentence.
But but it's also beautiful. But it's beautiful though.
No, it's beautiful now.
I think this is a
history.
This is a happy ending. The past sounds horrific.
Thank you for not being mean to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he said the same thing. He was like, why would I be mean to me? I was like, you have no idea.
Why? Because I'm an idiot who lost my card. Why would I have a pocketbook with so many different compartments?
I don't deserve love.
And who needs this many packs of gum?
Yes. That's what was like going through my head. And he was like,
well, it's also what's going through your head is I'm not worthy of love, right?
Yes.
It's like I'm not worthy of being loved, and he's gonna see that.
Yes.
And I deserve whatever shit I get.
I deserve a man who's gonna be I dated a man who I'm a late person. You guys know that.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't aware.
No.
I was like 10 minutes late to the date, and then he like wouldn't shut up about it. And I apologized like 100 times, and I didn't have a good excuse. And then I did say at one point, I was like, I am a late person. I'm so sorry.
Right.
If you check in with me and like ask like a half hour before, I could tell you if I'll be on time or not. And then he was like, oh, so then I have to do more work. And I was like, I don't know. I was trying to make a solution. But
so that didn't work out. Or you were together for a long time?
No, we weren't together for a long time. We were together for I think like 3 or 4 months, and then the pandemic hit. And then he was like, hey, I think this is going to be big. And I was like, I don't think so.
I'm never wrong about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you guys, it was pretty fucking big.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Turns out it was big.
I did hear about that thing.
Yeah. Okay, wait, real quick. Yeah. We have to take a break.
Great.
Ooh, baby, let's talk bras. Look, I don't know who decided that bras had to be uncomfortable and expensive, but I'm tired of it. You spend all this money and you still end up with something digging into your ribs or sliding all around all day. Then I found out about Honeylove, a brand founded by women who actually wear this stuff. And you can tell the fit, the fabric, the support. It actually feels like someone who's dealt with bad bras before and they said, we deserve better. And then they made it happen. I tried their silhouette bra and it's smooth, soft, and actually holds you up without underwire. That's their bonded support design. It gives you shape and lift without poking or pinching. You forget you're even wearing it. And their shapewear, it moves with you. No rolling down, no squeezing the life out of you. It's actually easy to get on and off. And they added a little bathroom opening so you don't have to fully undress just to pee. Finally, someone thought of that. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/dateme. Use my exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/dateme to find your perfect fit. After your purchase, they'll ask, where did you hear about them? Please support my show and tell them I sent you. Experience the new standard in bras and shapewear with Honeylove. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. If you're an artiste, a small business babe, or someone with any kind of side hustle, you need a website that works as hard as you do. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that helps you claim your domain, build a gorgeous site, and actually run your business all from one place. You could book appointments, send invoices, get paid, host a blog, sell merch, all of it without bouncing in between a bunch of different platforms. It's streamlined, it's chic. And let's talk about their design, honey. Squarespace has stunning templates, and their blueprint tool walks you through setting up your whole site in just a few clicks. It's amazing. I've asked some of my comedian friends, hey, who did your website? It's beautiful. And they're like, oh, I made it myself with Squarespace. These are not tech geniuses, okay? They're comedians. So if they could do it, you could do it too. And if you got something to say, sell, or show off, put it on a website with Squarespace. Head to squarespace.com/dateme for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code DATEME to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/dateme. Offer code DATEME. Now, go build the website of your dreams, Bob the Builder. We're back. Okay, can I tell you guys a thing that I did in Miami, California?
Please tell me about this magical place, Miami, California.
I want to know what happened in Miami,
So I'm
California.
in a hotel, and there's an English couple, and they're fighting in the room adjacent to mine. You know how like they have those doors where you could like
where it's like a door.
have an
It was like a
adjoining
group room.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
you really can hear it.
Open that door.
I'm
so
sorry,
I could hear
should-
better.
You could open one of two.
Yes, one
open
of
your
two.
side
Great.
so
And now you're basically in their room.
now you have half
Yes.
the wall between you as opposed to a full wall.
Yes. And they were English, and she was like, I don't understand what I said. That was so terrible. I don't get you. Tell me. And then he was silent, and she was like, tell me. And he was silent, and she was like, that's right. You're a toxic asshole. And then he was like, and now you're calling me names. And I was like, oh my God, that was a mean fighting tactic. She asked you a question. All you needed to say was, I don't know, or like, give me a minute or something. And then it kept going. And then I found out that he was mad at her earlier in the day, and he had called her the R word.
Oh
my God.
Oh, I didn't know that you were going to go there. Okay,
He
that's
called her a
pretty
raspberry?
toxic. A raspberry? You're a little raspberry. Oh, you're a taut
Are
raspberry.
you having a laugh now? Oh.
What would you do in that situation? Would you just try to
keep
go to
listening?
sleep?
You? Oh.
Yeah, you're me listening to these English people fucking fight.
No, I'm getting on the floor and putting my ear at the little crack at the door, and I'm fucking recording it. I'm probably calling Rachel and being like, you got to listen to this.
I'm hoping for it to end in a little squeaky.
There was no squeaky.
No, how
At
did
one
it
point,
end? I already know the answer is that you stayed until it was you
No,
you
I didn't
finished with
stay
them.
till the end. I wrote them a letter.
No, that was not an option. That was not an option, Nicole.
Excuse me, I would like to start a
If
correspondence.
anyone would like to know who won the fight as an impartial
was
judge,
me. Well, I said, if you can't argue without insulting one another, I don't think there's I think there's a lack of respect.
oh my God.
And I said,
Nicole, who do you think you are?
But we really don't know the content of this fight. We
Well-
really don't know who is right at all.
Keep going.
that's what I said.
Yes.
I said, one of you might be right, or two of you might be right, or one of you might be wrong, or both of you might be wrong.
Both might be raspberries.
You might both be little raspberries. But I think there's a lack of respect. And honestly, seems like you guys came a far way to be in Miami. And if you can't have a nice time in Miami without fighting 2 nights in a row because they were fighting the night before, I was like, I think it's time to reevaluate.
Famously,
that
Miami is for
relationship.
lovers.
Okay, hold on. All right, so you when do you slide this under there? And you
Mid-fight.
Mid-fight? So you actually broke up the fight?
So in the fight, a piece of paper slides under the door. In your mind,
Just
what's the next thing that
In
happens?
my mind, they go, she's right.
Oh, dearest. Oh, dearest Matilda.
Fuck me running.
I think either we squash this beef.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have
or
done that.
we break up. But they didn't see it till the next morning because they kept fighting into the night.
Because the worst case scenario, which is the most likely case scenario, is they pick it up, they read it, they knock on that door, and they're like, who the fuck are you?
Well, at least they're working together now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Maybe-
I bring them together
You were hoping they
to
would
kill me.
If they knocked
That's
on the
beautiful.
door, because that's what my head went.
Yeah,
Would you open
truly.
it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'd be like, do you want a mediator? I'll be a mediator. I'm unbiased,
Oh, you would?
impartial.
We know you would.
yeah,
You
yeah.
sent in a...
You already offered that role.
So they,
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't see it till the next morning.
And you're already leaving? You're checking out?
Keep going.
I'm not checking out yet. I have a late checkout. So I know they saw it because it was gone, and then they were whispering all morning. Well, so I had to really put my...
At that point, they could really open it.
Sticking your fingers under the door crack.
Because now they're talking about me.
They probably were talking about me.
Of course they were. And they never going to...
And then what? Nothing?
Nothing.
Well, did you ever see them?
No. And I'm kind of bummed. And I like
tried to really. I would have waited in that hall to take a look. Just put up a chair in that hallway. Just been like waiting for them to come.
You'd be like, "Hello, did you guys figure it out?"
I know you saw my letter.
No, I didn't do the letter, but I heard about it.
Everyone in the hallway's talking about it.
And it was funny because I was on the phone with my friend Sashir, and she was like, "Wait, what door did you put it under?" I was like, "The door we share." And she's like, "So they know it's you?"
100%.
There's no way they don't.
And I was like,
you could have gone around.
Yeah, but why would I do that?
Because you wanted anonymity. When you want to be involved.
I did want to be involved.
Very clearly. I mean,
okay.
They
open that door,
put a cup to the
and they're like,
cup to the. Did you ever try that? The cup?
I've done that before. Oh, yeah. I was once lived in an apartment, or I was in an apartment where I didn't live there, where the couple below were fighting, and so we would listen with a glass, and that was fun.
Yeah, that's always good. I mean, I had loud sex neighbors, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna listen.
Are you a binocular person too? Will you look?
No. I just listen. I feel like binoculars. That's like a step too far. I don't want to see it.
Oh, that's too much.
As opposed to being a couples therapist.
I'm sorry.
Come on, wouldn't that be so fun?
No, it'd be great.
We were in Miami, and this lady, she sent us a note, and then she came in and she was all needy.
She tried to fix our relationship.
I think she was on that show Nailed It too, which is a great video game.
She's not getting enough residuals for that.
Do you think that she gets money from that Nailed It video game? I don't know, but I've never talked about residuals with you. I think I love you again.
I love you. We came together over residuals.
The British pronunciation. Thank you.
Residuals. Let's put it on the schedule.
So wait, you're telling me you would just let them fight and you wouldn't do a thing?
Yes. I would listen.
Yeah, I mean, I would have a great time.
That's not even an option. It's not what you said. It was not even. Would you write them a letter?
There's dozens of things that I would do before. Dozens.
You're saying it like, so you're surprised. That is an insane thing.
Well, here's the thing, because I told a couple friends, and they also were like, "Are you okay?" and I was like, "Well, I need to gather more opinions on this."
You don't.
Here's the thing.
You don't need to get it.
I don't think I was in the wrong.
You're wrong. But I can see getting very invested in their story. I can see following them around a little bit, trying to see if I can get them at the bar, sitting next to the bar, learning more story. But I want the narrative. I don't want to be involved.
The involved part is really the unhinged part, but it also speaks very it's a quality of I need to be in this too. There's no
story without me.
There's the voyeuristic, there's the voyeur part of it that it's like I would definitely feel guilty about listening, but I would keep going. But then I would get nervous. What if it got if it got violent? What do? Do you call?
If I'm in there and it got violent?
No, you're not in there, Nicole.
You're not a part of this relationship, Nicole.
I can't stress this enough. What you did is something very few, if anyone else would do. You're not in there. There's almost no scenarios where you are, except the one where they open the door and they go crazy on you.
I did lock the door. I locked both parts of the door because I was like, they might get mad at me.
But that's after you decide to stop listening.
So you throw a letter in, and then you loudly go click.
Well, I tried to do it softly.
Sure, but you wanted them to see it.
Well, it was too soft. They didn't see it.
Yeah.
It was too soft.
When it was unseen, did you want to get it
where they get a little stick?
Doug, I will tell you this. When I realized I hadn't seen it that night, I did reopen the door and push it a little further.
And then you did one of these.
It was like, delivery. Here's a note.
Room service. Concerned citizen room service.
I mean, if I heard, since I'm not in the room in this scenario, if I heard bow, 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 I would call the front desk.
Okay,
sure.
That
violence
happening.
For sure. Okay, yeah, but that's...
Yeah.
But honestly...
That's the only version where you get involved, Nicole, in my opinion. I think that's the only version where it's someone needs to step in.
I lived next to some meth heads for a while, and they were constantly going crazy on each other.
Dang.
Meth will do that.
And I was like always, I did call the police once because I was like, I think something's happening right now to stop whatever violence might be happening. But like most of the time it was just, it was even. They were both evenly going at each other.
They were abusing one another.
They were abusing one another, throwing things and so most of the time at first, it's like voyeuristic, and you're like, "Ooh, this is crazy. They're crazy." And then at some point, you're like, "This is sad.
Oh, that's a weapon."
I don't really want to listen to this anymore. This is just like disturbing." And but and then I would see them around the neighborhood too, and so I would avoid them.
Now, if you're Nicole,
I would have sent them a letter and been like, "This is God."
By sent, you would have been like, "Mail's here."
I would Wilson it over. I'd be like, look over the fence a couple times. "Hello, neighbor."
This is the 4th meth fight this week. Do you think that maybe we're not fighting about
Matt?
Maybe it's about the person and not the drugs. But you could have written a letter and been like, "This is God telling you to stop doing meth and to break up."
This is God. And excuse me for having
your neighbors think it would be great if you were quieter.
But maybe yes. And then maybe they would be like, "Oh my God, God sent us a letter because like they're on meth," and then maybe you would have changed their lives.
So you had the romantic comedy fantasy of they see they see this and they're like, "We got to shit or get off. We got to shit or get off the pot here."
Here's the thing.
We came all the way to Miami. I don't know what that is.
It's a pretty good English accent.
We got all the way to Miami.
Got to do it. Get off the loo.
Get off the loo. Here's the thing. Yes, because I always think I have what is it, like wishful thinking or like, I don't know, wackadoo thinking. I don't know.
Narcissistic personality disorder?
I think the doctors call it wackadoo thinking.
Wackadoo narcissistic personality
Nicole,
disorder.
you're a classic wackadoodle. Well, this is a clear wackadoodle.
Like, okay, Kismet, like you guys run into each other and you're like, we should be in the same improv group. I feel like it's like we get this letter and it's like, oh my God, wow. Someone from the outside.
We have a room across the pond.
We're in Miami, the most romantic city in all the world.
The people to be placed next to, we got a narcissist who believed that she could fix us.
She was at the center of our story.
By God, she fixed us good.
But maybe if you're like insulting your partner and then someone goes, if you're insulting each other while fighting, maybe there's no respect. Maybe you're like, oh my God, maybe we aren't respecting one another. And,
So you were hoping they would break up, really. That's the most likely.
No, you're hoping they made a decision one or the other.
Yes.
Right. Because clearly they're caught in a cycle.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's
because
fair.
It felt like that this was a thing that happened over and over and over again where like someone, because she was like, you were mad at me all day, which means that like, maybe this happens a lot where he's just not saying what's making him upset. And then they're calling each other names. And that's not nice.
Not nice. That's not nice.
It's not nice.
They're both being big.
Bother.
Both being a bit cunty.
I'm not going to give you what you want here.
No, it's okay. Mars, would you have written a letter?
No. Nicole, stop asking people. Now I beg of you. I can answer the question now for everyone.
Okay.
No.
Fair. All right.
And it would not cross their mind either.
That's so wild. All of our brains are different.
Yeah.
One time,
just yours.
time my wife received a letter in a restaurant. She was young, probably like 9 or 10, with her parents, and someone snuck a letter to their table. They didn't know who, and it said, "Your family is farting too much."
Wait, really?
You're ruining this restaurant. And they looked around. They're like, "Who said that?" And it was true. I mean, they were farting too much. They were really disgusting public farters. And so, anyway,
I respect that.
And I don't.
Wait, you're on that person's side?
Now they're really invading my. Like it's like this is too much farting.
This is wild.
Yeah,
I don't know. To me, that person was a hero because that person doesn't. I don't think that person had the fantasy of, you know what. You said that. I'm changing my whole views on farting now. Thank you for that letter. I think it's just like, hey, stop farting. I'm trying to eat my lasagna.
Wait, what kind of restaurant were they at?
Lowry's Prime Rib.
That's really funny. That's pretty fancy.
Pretty fancy to be farting,
right?
Yeah,
they're really expensive.
If you're having your big
$60 prime rib,
if you're on your big Lowry's night out, and someone's just ripping and belching the whole time. You're like, I can't enjoy.
You got the club sitting next to you?
I can't enjoy this cab. I can't enjoy this cream of mushroom.
Here's the thing. I probably would not write a letter in that scenario.
You just go up and say, stop farting?
No, I
yeah, wait a minute. But now you're turned against letters? I was trying to throw you a bone.
No, I'm not turned against letters. I don't know if it would occur to me to write a letter at a restaurant.
No, it wouldn't occur to me either. Also, who's got the pad?
Yeah.
You go to the front and you're like, can I have the little notepad?
These people are farting. But also, how do you pinpoint the table of farters? Are they
noisy farters?
Audibles, yes.
I also think farting also counts as burp, gaseous, right? Because if I remember correctly, there's some burping that happens.
There was, but they were accused of farting.
Yeah, fart was the word. They were
accused of audible farting and smells. There's
really
an emanation. Yeah.
I have a question. Do you ever go on like family vacations together?
Us?
Yeah.
We've talked about it, especially now that we have a kid. I think it would be fun. We've done like group stuff.
We've done group stuff. We met in London for
the premiere.
And then we actually had we wrote we're Razzie nominated writers, and we wrote the Dr. Dolittle reboot. Famous. We did the
reshoots writing.
Yes, and but famously that ends with
you can't blame us all completely.
You can't blame reshoots. I think reshoots and rewrites when the movie's happening is a little bit too many cooks in the kitchen.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
If you've gotten to that point,
yeah, exactly. So we jumped into like
we were
the
in
deep
London
end of
together
garbage
for a while.
Yeah, so we did like a little family vacation in London in a good way for that.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, but they'll come over for dinner or whatever, and the kids will play.
There's also, you're like, we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah,
like a lot. Of
you have to like you have to space it. You have to space it out. It's it's all part of. It's like the rabbi said, you can't fuck every night.
Don't come too quick.
What did you say? Put a finger on the hose. The cut hose?
Yeah, you gotta
that grossed
cover
me
that.
out, and I liked it.
I know. I knew you would.
I really do love a joke where I'm like, ew.
You learn anything.
And then I think about it later, and I'm like, yuck.
And now
that's an image.
And now every penis is just green with a metal top to it.
I mean, Nicole, we worked together a little bit.
We did.
Was I a good friend?
You were a good friend. Also, so easy to work with.
Oh, thank you.
And so funny and like effortless.
Thank you.
And I will say you are very good at communication because you asked me and Betsy, you're like, how do you guys work together? Yeah. And we were like,
I was like, oh, good. They haven't thought about this at all. Okay, great.
Nope. But then also you're very good at handling like network notes and stuff. That was wild to me the way you handled it.
Take it on the chin, yeah. But no, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they'd be like, we don't know if the couple or the friendship in this is strong enough. But then there'd be a line that's like, I love you. And it's like, well, I don't know how you can make that stronger.
Yeah.
But then you would be like, well, we'll just add X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I think you have a very good work relationship with friends. And I
learned all.
I haven't worked with you yet, Doug, but I assume.
Well, I mean, Dan and I are in a non-monogamous relationship. That's something else we have to.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
We're
Do you ever get
an open marriage.
jealous when one of you is working with another person?
Not jealous. Look, Dan writes a lot with his wife, which is amazing. She and I worked with the three of us have worked together. I worked on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I could not be a bigger Rachel Bloom fan. So, no, it's the only thing is it's just like I'm just like, okay, well, how is this going to work with my schedule? And like, if I'm not doing that, what am I doing? And then I'm creating other things. And I had a show on Netflix, and then Dan's my first hire.
We found that this business is such bullshit.
Yeah.
That you kind of can't say yes to enough things to ever have it be like full-time employment. Like it's just
you have to have a lot of plates spinning.
The amount of downtime is so psychotic because everything is nothing until suddenly it's something.
Until everything is going, and then you're like, why is everything going at once?
Right.
Yeah. I had a wild week and I was out to, and I had like this screening last night and then went to dinner after. And my friend was like, how much money do you need? Why don't you say no to some things? And I was like, well, it gets to a point where like, it actually isn't about the money.
Yeah.
It's about like, I like being busy and I really like working.
And if you don't say yes to like 20% more things than you probably should, then you will suddenly be like 20% underemployed.
Yes.
It's like there's never a perfect amount. It's always too much or too little.
Yeah. And I worked with somebody who is a pretty famous person, and they were like, well, I say yes to a lot of things because there's going to be a point in time where nobody's going to ask me to do these things.
There's
the fear of scarcity.
Yeah.
And we all come up so unemployed, so desperate, so shocked that anyone's going to pay us to do this.
Yeah.
That it's very hard to unlearn the lesson of saying yes to everything.
Yeah. And then this very famous person, I was like, well, if they feel that way.
I mean, we're talking Vin Diesel?
It was Vin Diesel.
Oh my God.
He was like, I got to do Fast and the Furious.
You can't say no to a Fast and the Furious.
But only one more time am I getting behind the geo-tracker.
I think that's on the horizon for you.
I'm dying to be in the Fast and the Furious.
Absolutely can get in the
I
Fast
feel
and
like
Furious.
you should be.
Have we put this out in the world other than here? Okay,
yes.
great.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Great.
I have like certain things that I've told my managers that I was like, please tell these people I would like in.
Anything.
I'll do anything, any fucking thing.
You want to run over somebody? I'm your girl.
I'll run me over.
Run me over.
I would love for Vin Diesel to run me over. And then I'm like, oh my God, Dom Toretto.
Just be like, it's you.
I mean, that would be amazing.
Oh my
Right?
God.
Wouldn't that be
Then
lovely?
you really wouldn't have to do anything else.
Yes.
Then you'd be
No.
like, oh, actually,
To be the most famous death in the Fast and
that
Furious
has filled
movies?
my cup.
And I can come back because, spoiler, Michelle Rodriguez does die in the
absolutely.
franchise and she comes back.
Paul Walker, where's
has
he?
not died on the franchise.
Technically, but he's
Somehow hasn't died on the
wild.
franchise.
I know, wild, but he's still a ghost there. He's still in the movies.
I mean, that's what they did in Just Like That. Stanford died in real life, but he's
did they
not
CGI
dead.
him in? Oh no, they didn't kill
No,
the
no.
character.
So the character
Thank you.
went to Japan.
They CGI'd Paul Walker.
It did
Yes.
feel really terrible though. They're like it was such a flimsy excuse
Yes.
to get him out. They're like,
Yes.
he just left. And
Yes.
it's Mario Cantone giving you all that information.
Yes.
It's like great.
So rude of him.
It's so grating.
Why?
And it's like, we love Stanford.
Yes.
And then it's like, but I wish they'd killed Samantha because then I'm like, at least I'm not waiting for her to show up.
Yes.
It's like every second of that show, I'm like, where the fuck is Samantha?
I know. And I watched every single episode.
Yeah. Oh, God rest its soul.
You
it's
know?
rough.
Well, I also, they weren't nice to the fans.
No, I mean,
when they were like, this is how we decided to end. And I was like,
Do you think
on a
that they-
Thanksgiving episode in
Do you-
August?
Do you think they knew?
what, that people hated the show?
No.
I think they
it got canceled.
I think it got canceled. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I
there's,
don't.
there's some like
You don't think they
how-
knew when they were writing the episode
No.
that it was their last episode?
No.
Really, I do only because it leaves no questions. It's all like this is they might have like I think they started maybe because the rumor out there is that he is going in to do the Lisa Kudrow show. Right?
Oh, so we
Yes.
couldn't do two things at
Yeah,
once?
but like they can take. I mean, that
But
show
you
takes
can-
10 years between seasons.
I don't know, but it didn't feel like a great ending.
No.
But it wasn't a
did
good
feel
show.
like, but it did feel like an ending because there's no like questions left over. It's like we're closing this
Yeah,
family up. We're
I
closing
guess
this family up.
so.
Even season 2, the questions kind of sucked. They were like,
Yeah.
so wait, she's gonna wait 10 years
10
for
years
him?
for Aiden.
That's not a thing.
That's not a
you
thing.
know,
I mean, that whole
was a
situation was so wild.
so crazy.
My whole thing, I'm a huge fan of the show.
Sure.
I love Sex and the City.
Oh my God,
I've
it's
seen
amazing.
every episode
It's
at
unreal.
least 4, 5, 6, 20 times. I was like, she never belonged with Aiden. Aiden did not fundamentally like her and wanted
Right.
to change her. He wanted her to quit smoking.
Yeah.
She loved smoking. She didn't want to get married. He desperately wanted to get married. And I was like, sure, have them reconnect, but maybe for like 2 episodes? I don't know. Not a whole season and a half.
The whole show made
I just
no
think
sense.
that
the whole reboot made 0 sense.
Well,
I mean, it could have though.
It could have.
I mean, if you really
It
think
could
of
have.
the premise
No, of course,
like,
it's a good premise that they never cared to do. It
Here.
was like, oh, what's it like to be single in your 50s?
and they
What's the
never
great premise?
got into
They
that.
we never
Bring-
got to Carrie getting out there
Yes.
and getting some weird fucky stories.
Yes.
Yes,
Which
that's
was-
all I want. Is just do
And
the first
seasons
show.
it's
1 and
also
2.
where we
Do the
but it's
first
also where
fucking-
you really miss Samantha because
Yes.
she, first of all, even though Sex and the City was always funny and beautiful, she still was the levity even like
yeah.
at all
I've
times.
consistently said it's like trying to do Seinfeld without Kramer. It's like just don't.
I've never seen an episode of Seinfeld.
Well, there's this character
It's a lot like
Kramer,
Sex and the City.
and he is sort of the
Well, they both take
Samantha.
place in
He's sort of the Samantha
that's
of
Jason Alexander.
You
No,
know,
it's-
Jason
it's
Alexander. I would say Jason Alexander is the Miranda.
Okay.
Of
So who's Kramer?
Seinfeld.
Kramer's
Kramer's
the
Samantha.
next door neighbor.
He's the tall man who
Tall
doesn't
man,
like black people.
Poofy hair. Eventually, not in character. He just
Out of character.
Out
he
of
was
character.
like, I don't like them.
Kramer. I don't know his feelings about black people, but he. And then they say Elaine is the. This metaphor is falling apart.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
They're not
Yeah.
alike, guys.
It's okay.
They're both just on TV and in New York. But
I agree. Doing a reboot without Samantha is wild.
Immediately,
A little
and you can
sacrilegious.
feel like the gaping hole
Yes.
every time she should be in a scene, in a conversation.
Yes.
And the dynamic of like, let's talk about fucking perimenopause sex.
Right.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. And they didn't touch on those issues.
Yeah.
I feel like they tried to stay like, so the thing I liked about the show watching it in my 20s is like, oh, that's what my 30s will be like.
Right.
So like me watching it just like that, I should be like, oh, so that's what my 50s will be like. But like, that's not what I
never
felt.
did any of it. I thought at the moment Big dies in the pilot, you're just like, whoa, great. We're about to go into exactly the perfect show.
Yes.
We undo the happy ending, and now we're starting a great new premise.
Now,
based on
she's
the
out
first
there
premise.
again.
She's out there again. And then I thought, since it's, part of the canon that Steve cheats on Miranda, maybe he cheats again.
Right.
And then that's why she goes to explore her queer identity.
Sure.
That just felt a little forced to me.
Oh, it did? Oh my, the most joyless.
Truly.
Every time the camera was on it. So it was just so joyless. It felt like it was that she had read every think piece about Sex and the City and was trying to correct it in the first 2 episodes.
Yes.
Which made it worse.
And then when she couldn't talk to black people, her like professor, I was like, this lady dated a black man for half a season.
And she's also like...
Which was a great little runner.
Yes.
She's also like this highly accomplished professional person. Like, why do we have to...
And then she becomes an intern.
Complete
she
moron.
She was a partner at a law firm.
And a moron. She becomes really
She
stupid.
just became like every lame white person in that time period. It was like, I don't know.
Yes.
I guess I just don't know.
And that made me feel crazy.
Yeah.
And then
also the way they did Steve made me feel crazy too.
Yes.
They're like, let's give him some big old hearing aids.
And then not touch on it again.
and then just be like, ugh. And then they're gonna have the most awkward finger scene ever. And then it's like, and then he's just gonna be kicked to the curb.
I didn't like that at all.
That was
But
me.
I will say, had the show continued, I'd watch every single episode. I love those characters.
Oh no. My wife had a weekly group that she was watching.
Same with my wife.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I ended up watching like half of it, and I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
Yeah. I mean, I have so many thoughts. Anyway.
Do you think anyone cares about this that we're talking? I
don't know.
You know what? This is great because I just totally forgot I was on a podcast and just having a conversation about Sex and the City. I don't know if that's good for your sponsors or whatever that is.
Hey, listen. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, great.
I had a nice time talking about it, and I've been dying to talk about the finale with people.
Well, I'm happy to be the person for that. Obviously, I'm the pro.
The finale is so crazy. It almost made. I thought the episode before was the finale, and I was like, "What the hell have they done?" And then I found myself wishing that they had just ended it, like where she's like typing and she had the conversation about the new Carrie who lives in her place, and I'm like, all right, that's something.
Yeah. Then also the new Carrie. That blew me away.
Is that a backdoor pilot?
I didn't know. That's what it felt like a little bit.
No, she cannot carry it. I'm sorry.
She can't carry it. That's a good old pun.
No.
Here's a question before we wrap up.
Please.
Is there any advice that you have for single people who are looking for love?
This is something that I definitely after dating a bunch of people and like having mediocre relationships or just like I would throw people away too quickly.
Oh.
I think I'd be like that's wrong. I don't like that. Fuck them. And I remember when I got in my relationship with my now wife, I remember being like, she's great. Don't like toss this at the first problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really important lesson. It was like, oh, like things don't have to be perfect. They have to be really good. They have to be like something really good and special.
Mm-hmm.
And then if something's not perfect, you work through it because it's important to not run at the first problem.
I like that a lot. I think that's really nice.
A couple of thoughts because I've been in marriage counseling for like on and off, and we discovered this thing called Imago, which is like a certain kind of therapy. There's this book called Getting the Love You Want, and the premise of it is basically that you find the person who basically like fits in perfectly with like your biggest fears and concerns, and therefore can be the most triggering person for you, but is there to help you heal your childhood wounds by working through it. Which was like an eye-opening experience because it just spoke to arguments that we were having. So I will say that in terms of the idea of things being easy, once you get past the first couple months, I think is a misnomer because then you're left with like who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say stay in a bad relationship, but don't be so quick. And then I also say this was a problem I had was like, don't be so disgusted by the person who really likes you. Like, I was like, the famous quote of like, I would never belong to a club that would have me as a member. For a long time when I was out there, I was really only interested in the people who were like sort of interested in me, or like,
interesting.
And like the women who like really liked me, I almost was just like, I'm not interested and maybe kind of turned off by it. And then with Nicole, I had the very like, I was like, this is exactly who I want to be with. Don't fuck this up because of your own issues. And I'm happy I didn't, but it was like really the first time in like for like 10 years that I was with someone that was like, I wasn't worried if she was going to call me or I was going to call her. There were no games about that. So don't be afraid of being with the person who like wants to be with you. If that's not that that's so easy for everyone, but for my personality, for whatever reason, I wanted the person who was like, for lack of a better word, hard to get or ungettable. So
I like that. I like that a lot. On my second date with my boyfriend, he was like, it's nice to see you again. And I said, what do you mean?
How dare you?
Because in my mind, it was like, if you're just telling me it's nice to see me, then I'm like, so then I don't have to chase you? You're just telling me things?
Right.
You're just telling me the truth? So I very much identify with that. And I think that's very good advice. The way I said that was insane.
Advice. No, British.
But also,
it was British.
He was British.
I think it's what happened when you were talking about a really emotional thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes
your heart is stuttering.
We can stay on that feeling, Nicole. We don't have to joke about it.
You have been therapized.
Girl, you have no idea.
Because sometimes my therapist will be like, well, let's just jump back to that thing you glossed over.
Yeah, there's nothing worse when you're
Let's not go to a voice.
I'm trying to be funny. Are you going to say that I'm funny or not?
Back up to the part that was Nicole, who felt vulnerable, voice cracked, went into a bit. And
it's very hard to be vulnerable.
That's
my God.
I mean, why do you think we all got into comedy too? Like, it's not... Ain't because we're happy.
We're all looking for validation somewhere.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Anywho, that's it for this episode.
Thanks for having us. Go see Naked Gun.
Anything? What?
Go see Naked Gun.
Go see Naked Gun.
See, I was going to say, do you have anything you wanted to promote? And yes. Naked Gun.
The Naked Gun is still in theaters when this comes out, I believe. Yes.
On Friday.
Yes, great. Still in theaters. Go check it out. Now. Go do it now.
Go do it now.
See it with people.
And if you listen to this later, click on your demand and click on that.
Yeah. But honestly, go to the theater.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
I don't want movie theaters to go away. I think seeing movies is a magical thing. I know. It is me and Nicole Kidman. And it is magic.
It's great.
It is.
I went with Betsy and Gilliamano, and I had the best time. They are the loudest audience members in the world. And,
I refuse to go with them. They're too loud.
And it is a truly delightful throwback experience to be in a big crowded theater, seeing a big stupid comedy where everyone's just like
laughing and having a nice time.
Yeah, it's really
a nice
fun.
human experience.
Yeah.
Like my favorite movie is Craven. And I think it's my favorite movie because I saw it in theaters.
Is it the one movie you saw this decade?
No, I've seen more. I saw Madam Web.
Oh.
And I will say that was better in theaters than it was at home.
You really know how to pick
Madam
them.
Web was made for the theaters.
It really was.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Well, I asked my guests this too.
Yeah.
Would you guys date me?
Definitely, Nicole.
Is it would you date me or why won't you date me?
Well, now
No, would you date me? I see how that's confusing.
I'm intimidated by you.
Oh, all right.
I find you to be intimidated. I find you to be sexually intimidating. I've thought about this before.
Wow. Sexually intimidating? No, I go gobble, gobble, gobble before I suck a dick.
No, I almost exclusively date like loud comedians. That was my whole history. Was like I only date women who are
Nicole's
very big personality comedians.
So I guess you wouldn't date me.
Oh,
just kidding. I'm loud as.
So demure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I take those answers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You file them away.
File them away. Put them in my heart, and I go. One said yes. One said no.
One said no out of fear. Because I remember you talking about a Theragun, using a Theragun. And
you know what's funny? My sister brought that up once, and I was like, stop listening to this podcast.
It is totally forever ingrained in my head as like, well, I could not please her. Like, because that
was during the pandemic. That was what.
I'm not judging you. I'm just more just like
I had COVID. And I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't taste.
I couldn't taste. I couldn't feel it. I was like,
needed a Theragun to orgasm.
Jackhammering. That is I do like a Theragun still. Anyway.
And it's
brought to you by Theragun.
And it's not COVID anymore, baby.
Down here, it's always COVID.
Oh, that's sad to think about. If you like this episode of Why Won't You Date Me, you can like it, you can rate it, you can subscribe, give me 5 stars. And if you write me something nasty hitting on me to whywontyoudatemepodcast@gmail.com, I will read it. Please keep submitting them because they're fun for me. Hello, Nicole and Mars. I recently rewatched Nicole's special BBW after she mentioned on a recent episode of her show. The special inspired me to write a dirty little message. In my fantasy, Nicole will attend Frolicon with me. Frolicon is like the naughtier version of Dragon Con, also in Atlanta. I don't even know what Dragon Con is.
It's like a big comic book convention.
For dragons?
No, just like pop culture in general.
Oh.
It's like a step down from
Comic-Con. Okay.
A couple steps.
So Frolicon is a step down from the step down.
Oh, okay. So we'll go to a sex party with a glory hole area. I'll be wearing a green lingerie onesie that has so many straps it seems impossible to get on. And we definitely had a ton of laughs and a few tears when you helped me get dressed that evening. You'll be wearing lavender stockings, I love purple, and a garter belt with a leopard print bra and panties. Oh, my favorite colors. At the glory hole, you and your very sweet boyfriend will be our personal bouncer. He'll only fuck you if that's what you want. And he'll only let the nicest guys with the most aesthetically pleasing penises fuck me. While we're getting fucked through the glory hole, we'll giggle, hold hands, maybe kiss a little bit, and then your boyfriend will fuck your brains out while I get to watch you make funny faces while your mind is being blown. To finish the evening, we'll all give each other high fives for doing a great job with clear consent and getting lots of orgasms from Cece. Thank you, Cece. This was thoughtful. That was nice.
Wow.
I like that it ends with a high five.
Yeah,
after just getting railed 8 ways to Sunday, tongue kissing while you're getting fucked through a glory hole. Then we give each other a yay team.
Yeah, a nice middle level intimacy.
Well, after all that, you got to bring yourself down and be like, oh.
Okay, I've had too much touch today.
I don't know you, Cece.
Yeah, exactly.
High five. Well, that's it. Bye-bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.